Hello my dudes, welcome. So I have a lot of beanies and in this video I want to make a very easy beanie storage solution wall thing. What I mean by that is I want to DIY something for the wall so I can hang the beanies on there. And it should look cool and at the same time be more practical than what we have at the moment, which is just a wardrobe. So let's take that off and just get started. So what I was thinking is currently the beanies were stored up here, but I have a fresh unused wall here. So I think it's time to use it. First I'm gonna make some very rough sketches because I think I have a lot of options for this space and I gotta decide which one is the best. So off to the drawing board. So I'll just show you here what I've got so far. I've decided that I want to do wood, but I also just noticed that I have a little corner in that wall and I'm not really sure if I can even put some wood there. But I'm very sure that I want to use those clothespins. First I'm gonna try and find some wood that I can try it out with and decide from there. So I found this piece of wood here and it just perfectly fits in there. I think I just have to cut it in 3 parts, strips like these, and I'm not sure if I will leave the wood raw or if I might stain it, but we'll just see how it looks like and decide when it's time. I'm gonna make a plan now and just get to work. These are all the materials that I needed for my version of this DIY. Let's start with the clothespins. I used 9 of them. If you are making your wall hangers from scratch as well, then you will need some different types of pliers, as well as some materials to make your hangers from. This little thing is a prototype. You don't need to make one. I just wanted to make sure my idea worked. If you need to cut some wood, you will need a saw. I used my jigsaw, but if you don't own one, any wood saw will be just fine. Then you'll need a ruler, preferably a big one, and a pencil. Also some nails and some screws. I used 6 of each. You will also need some wood glue and some wood, sandpaper and some screwdrivers. So let's go! it's already getting dark again. So I got these 3 done. I also already tried out the hanging situation because I am out of frame hangers. The things you put on your stuff so you can hang it on a wall. Whatever. You can use whatever you want. There's probably an endless amount of options. I decided to DIY mine out of this metal thing with holes. I don't even know what that is, but I own it, so might as well use it. So I'm just quickly gonna show you how I made these hangers. Pretty self-explanatory. I already hung one up because I wanted to try out if it actually works, and it works. It's sturdy, it's gonna hold 3 beanies, I'm sure. And yeah, now it's time to attach the other 2, and I don't think I have to explain a lot. I just put it on there, mark where I want the nails to go, then I take my hammer, put the nails into the wall, hang it up, and done. Now it's time to see where I want the clothespins to go. I'm probably just gonna use duct tape to try it out and wood glue is dry, and I'd say it's ready to hang up. Welcome back. So it's finished. I'm actually really proud of how it came out. I also will leave it unstained for now because I really like how the clothespins are darker than the wood, and I think the contrast is working really well together. So maybe I will stain it someday, but definitely not in this video. Also, there is an endless amount of options for you to DIY your own beanie or hanging storage. For example, you could just use a string like I did with my paints here. I drilled some holes, put it on there, and I think it would look really cool as well, but I think the wood is even cooler. Or instead of those clothespins, you could use these clips as well. I'm pretty sure they would work great too. With these, you could also just put your nails straight into the wall, hang it up, and you'd be done. Or also you could just glue these straight onto the wall. If you're living in a dorm or rent apartment and you cannot put anything into the wall, then I'd recommend just using these, gluing them straight onto the wall with those glue strips that are removable. So yeah, if you think you cannot do this in your home, I think you just have to improvise like I did and you'll find a way. Also, it's a very quick DIY overall. I'm pretty sure you can get the whole thing done within a day or basically a few hours. And obviously you can hang whatever you want on there, like bandanas or headbands or whatever. And it is also an extremely cheap DIY as well. It cost me absolutely nothing because I used materials that I already had, but also if you would buy your materials, it would still be really, really cheap. With all that said, let me clarify that none of this is in any way professional, if you haven't noticed yet. I just do what feels right and hope it turns out nice in the end. So I guess you could call it professionally improvised. But yeah, with all that said, I think that is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this quick little DIY, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! And